Welcome to Sushmita's science class. Here, science is made so interesting and easy that you'll all start loving it.
Now we are going to study about the life cycle of a hen. See, the adult hen lays eggs in her nest and sits on them to keep them warm. And this process is called incubation. Once the embryo within the egg has developed into a chick, the chick breaks the shell to come out. So, breaking of the egg shell for the chick to come out is called hatching. And then the chick grows into an adult, and again the adult will lay egg, and this is how the life cycle of a hen goes on. The yolk provides food for the growing embryo, and the thick twisted part of the albumin hold the yolk in place. They also protect the developing chick from any disturbances. After about 21 days, all the food is used up. Then the chick is ready to live outside the shell. The embryo develops only when the egg gets warmth. The parent bird sits on the egg to warm it. This is called incubation. When the chick comes out of the egg by breaking the shell, it is called hatching. This shows the different stages of development of the embryo of a chick inside the egg from day 1 to day 21. Artificial electric incubators are used to hatch eggs for commercial purposes. These devices provide the required temperature and humidity for the egg to hatch into new babies. The incubation temperature for chickens to hatch out is 37.5 degrees Celsius. Children, this is the life cycle of a frog. Frog has many stages of life. A frog is an amphibian. It spends its early part of life in water and spends its latter part on land. A frog lays eggs in water. The young one of a frog that comes out of the egg is called tadpole. It has a tail and gills to breathe in water. Then the hind legs appear first, then the front legs appear. Slowly, the tail and the gills disappear and it becomes an adult. A frog lays eggs in water in large cluster. There are many eggs, thousands of eggs at a time, and the eggs do not have shells. And this large cluster is called spawn. A tadpole which hatches out of the egg looks like a fish, very different from its parent. Looks very different from the adult frog. See, the tadpole has tail to swim in water and it has gills to breathe in water. Then slowly the hind legs appear, then the front legs appear, and the tail and the gills disappear, and it changes into the adult frog. It undergoes several changes through a process known as metamorphosis before it becomes adult. Animals that give birth to young ones are called mammals. Mammals are the animals who reproduce by giving birth to young ones and feed on mother's milk. Most mammals have hair on their bodies. They have very well developed brain. Most mammals live on land and breathe through lungs. These are some of the mammals and their babies. They have hair on their bodies and they have four legs, they breathe through lungs and they live on the land. Dolphins and whales are mammals that live in water and breathe through lungs. So they have to come to the surface of water very often for breathing. Bat flies, but it is a mammal. It has hair on its body and it gives birth to young ones. Bats fly like birds. Duck-billed platypus and echidna, known as spiny anteaters, are the only living mammals that lay eggs. Eggs are warmed for a fixed time duration before the babies hatch out, and it is called incubation period. For chicken, it is 21 days. For ostrich, it is 42 days. Embryo develops inside the mother's womb. Mammals are the animals who reproduce by giving birth to young ones and feed on mother's milk. Most mammals have hair on their bodies. They have very well developed brain. Most mammals live on land and breathe through lungs. Embryo develops inside the mother's womb. See, these are the stages of development of a human baby inside the mother's womb. The time period in which fertilized eggs develop into a baby ending at the birth is called gestation period. Gestation period for human is 9 months or 266 days. For an elephant is 617 days, whale is 480 days to 590 days. Dogs have gestation period of 58 to 65 days. There are some mammals called marsupials like koalas and kangaroos. They have pouch attached to their bodies to carry their babies, as the babies are not fully developed during the birth.
If you found the video useful, like, share and subscribe.